Good morning, everyone. My name is Karla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I'm involved in, and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is my FlossTube number 97, so I'm getting really close to that 100 mark, guys. Not that that means anything, it just kind of blows my mind. Today is Sunday, it is June 13th. And we are having a nice, bright, hot, sunny day here in California, Southern California, where I live. I live in Anaheim, right by Disneyland. So it's a nice landmark that everybody seems to know. And it is, what time is it? It is about 10 o'clock in the morning. So I got a little bit of a later start today. I did a lot of work around my apartment last night. And then I got into stitching and stayed up way too late, as I'm sure you guys understand. And yeah, so it was a little hard to wake up this morning, but I'm up now. So I want to say welcome to any of you who are stopping by for the first time, finding my channel. I hope that you like what you see and want to hit like and subscribe and all that stuff. And for those of you guys that are returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming by. I enjoy doing these videos every week so much, and your comments and your support and your like stitchy love out in the world has really been a great improvement to my life. So I'm so happy that I started FlossTube. I don't really have any like life stuff to throw in this week. I hope everybody who's at StitchCon Weekend A is having a great time this weekend. I hope those that are planning on going to Weekend B next weekend are packed or getting packed and excited about going. I'm a little jealous, although I've thought about it a lot, and I don't have the means to go to StitchCon this year, or I don't know, even in the future. But if I did have the means, I'm still not 100% sure I'd want to go. I'm being 100% honest here. I don't know if I would enjoy the crowds. I don't know if I would enjoy the having to walk so much from rooms to convention rooms and stuff like that. I don't know. It's kind of like out of my hands right now. I just don't know if I would enjoy it, if it would just be a little bit too much sensory input. I enjoy having small stitchy get-togethers. I've enjoyed going to the Southern California stitchy get-togethers, but I don't go all the time. I mean, I haven't gone in a year because of COVID, but although they're starting up again. They're starting up again, I think, this month. So if you are in Southern California, and Southern California is like from San Diego all the way up through LA and into Riverside County, San Bernardino area. So there's a huge area, and the way that this group has worked it, which I think is really smart, is every Saturday there is 2 or 3 locations for people to go to. And so nobody is going to be able to go to all of them, physical distance wise, aside from time, but pretty much everybody can find one that's close to them. They're also continuing to do their Zoom meetups. So if you're in Southern California, I recommend getting onto that site on Facebook and, or that group, sorry, and looking into it, because it is fun to get together. I know that they are doing them again in Fullerton at Rita Begor's, right down the street from where my mom was. And although that is the closest one to me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go emotionally for a while. It's a little too close to where my mom lived, and that is where I brought her 2 or 3 times, and I just emotionally, I don't know if I could do that. However, there's also going to be one in Irvine on one of the weekends of the month, and that is pretty close to Erin and Stacy. So on a weekend when I'm over visiting, Stacy said she'd be interested in going with me some Saturday to Irvine to stitch for a few hours. So so I might be doing that. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really have a lot of like stuff to talk about. We moved into the new office. I told you guys that. Baggy is here at my feet, so if you hear a meow in a few minutes, that's why. He gets interested when he hears me talking to the computer. Anyway, so we moved into the new office. We're getting settled there. So it still felt a little hectic. However, the days go by fast because I feel like I'm really busy, so that's a good thing. And I was home yesterday. As I said, I did. Yeah? You want to come say hi? All right, come up here. Oh, okay. Baggy sighting. Baggy sighting. The big black monster. Ow, ow, ow. Sometimes I think when I'm doing these videos, he just needs to make his presence known, because I pick him up, I pet him for a few minutes, he makes a tiny little pest of himself, he gives me a couple kisses, and then he's fine to get down and leave me alone. But I don't know, maybe he wants to be an internet star. Anyway. So yeah, so we're in the new office. I got work done yesterday. I think that's about it. Okay. All right, you made your presence known. Can you get down now, please? Thank you. Oh. Okay. One thing I did want to show you, this is like completely not stitchy related. I just think it's kind of cool. So I got this tee, and I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see how this is actually bright, bright, bright blue tee. It is butterfly pea flower tea. It's actually the flowers, and I got it. I was supposed to get butterfly pea powder instead of the flowers. I got it because I saw in the cookbook that my brother got, the D&D cookbook, that they have been making wonderful meals out of when I come over and we're playing D&D and stuff. There was a drink that used butterfly tea powder, butterfly pea flower powder to make some kind of like ale type fancy drink. You know, it's like Romulan ale color. I know you can't see because it's too thick, but I got the flowers, and you can brew them into like an herbal tea. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, probably not. Anyway, it has kind of an earthy flavor. It's, you know, herbal. It's no caffeine, anything like that. I don't know 100%, like, you know, I'm not going to recommend go drinking it because I don't know if it interacts with people's medicine or anything like that. I mean, I've had a couple cups of it, and it does, you know, it's tea. I had a little bit of a scratchy throat this morning, so I thought I would have some tea with honey and lemon. And so I brewed this, and it's just, this is just the pea flower tea. But one of the properties about this is it's supposed to change color when you add acid to it. So I thought I would add some honey and lemon to it on camera to see what happens, because I've never done that before. And I need the honey and lemon because my throat's a little scratchy. So I just put some honey in because that's kind of hard to do one-handed on camera. Okay. So experiment here, it may not work, but here we go. I'm putting some lemon in to see if it turns magenta. Oh, it turned purple. It totally turned purple and you guys can't see it. All right, that was like a fail of an experiment. Can you see? No. All right, well, that was a fail. If you guys are interested in doing weird stuff like this, as I said, I just got it on Amazon. It's butterfly pea flowers, and it's kind of, it's cool. I mean, it's like this color purple. It was bright blue before, like this color of my glasses, and then it turned purple. So anyway, I thought that would be really like cool and a nice ooh-ah moment, as my high school chemistry teacher used to say. And unfortunately, you guys can't see it. So that's a fail. All right, onto the stitching. Off of the tea. Okay. First thing I want to talk about with you guys, a little bit of, you know, business stuff. I told you a couple months ago, I had been contacted by Amy from Mystical Diamond Art, and she asked me to, you know, rep her flosses, which, you know, in essence just means that she was going to send me her monthly, her floss of the months, so that I could show them on my channel and tell you guys about them, which she very graciously did. She sent me all of like her back months, and I'm using them in my project Night Creatures. Yeah. So I pulled a lot of them to use in this project, my Night Creatures. All of the ones that had these white cards on them are Mystical Diamond Arts. And so she was doing a Floss of the Month club, 5 colors, hand dyed every month. And she did it through January and then ran into some personal life difficulties. We all have them. We all understand that happens to people. So she had to take a couple months off to address that personal stuff. And I think she is kind of now back in a place where she can start doing that again. And she sent me a very nice email to let me know what was going on with her and that she is starting her Floss of the Month up again. So I wanted to tell you guys what she said exactly. So, okay. So she said she has been dyeing a giant wholesale order the past couple months during all of this chaos that her life was in. So that might start showing up around late summer. You might see other people talking about it. I don't know if she's referring to, maybe she's in some kind of stitchy box. I don't know. She didn't say. But she said that this is as of Friday, she was going to open up her Floss of the Month Club listing for August. So the way she does is you go and you sign up, and then she will bill you in that month and send out the flosses. So what she says is make sure that if they go over to the Mystical Diamond Art site, and it's in the cross stitch section, you can sign up for Floss of the Month, and then she's not going to be billing anybody until the middle of August. So she's going to bill in the middle of August and then mail like the week after. So you would get your August flosses towards the end of August. Her prices are the same as they were before. It's $9.75 for the 5 skeins. That does not include shipping. So after shipping, it's around $13, I think. And that's for if you do the Floss of the Month. So in other words, it's like a pre-order. After all of the pre-order, the people who signed up get their flosses, she does post them on her site if there's any left. And then you can get the whole set for $10.75. But you're going to save that $1 on them if you go and do it ahead of time. Then after that, occasionally she'll post the singles. But they are very pretty flosses. They're hand dyed. She just, you know, makes up the colors and sends them out. She uses a cotton base. I think it's a DMC base. I'm not 100% sure, but it's, you know, 6-strand cotton. She gets you getting about 8 yards. And so, you know, it's a good price for some hand-dyed flosses and supporting a small business. And they're nice flosses to work with, and they're really vibrant colors. They're really pretty. You know, it's fun. It's fun to get some surprise flosses every month, and it's a good way to build your stash if you're in that kind of a place. So anyway, I wanted to tell you about it. Mystical Diamond Art. Amy Ellingsworth is the proprietor of the shop. She also has a YouTube channel, Obsessively Crafty. So she also, you know, she hasn't posted on there in a while because of the whole stuff with her life, but she has started posting a few things on there as well. And yeah, I think she's going to get back into it. And in August, we're going to start having our regular Floss of the Month again. So that will be fun. I think that's it. Yes. So she just wanted to really like emphasize that please go in and sign up now so she knows how many, you know, to prepare, but you will not get billed to August. So, okay. So that's that. So let's get into the stitching. I don't have any finishes this week. I do have a new start. I was kind of hoping to have like a new start, new finish, you know, as SAF, but I was overly ambitious as is my want. So anyway, so what happened was this Friday, I was at work alone all day. So I was doing some stuff on the computer that was kind of like routine, you know, like I had to pay attention to it, but I didn't have to, like, you know, I could put on a FlossTube basically on the side and listen to it. So I was listening to a FlossTube, and I was listening to Lisa Croston Floss, and she, in May, she did a whole like Mirabilia May thing, and she started a bunch of Mirabilias, and then she had a little episode that she posted last week, and I don't know if it was Friday or Thursday, but anyway, that's when I saw it. And she had posted, she was talking about Mirabilias, and she happened to mention in that video that if you go to the Mirabilia website, there's free patterns or free charts, and they're littler. And so I went over and looked, and a lot of them are cherubs. They're really pretty, but I'm not into cherubs, and I'm not into, you know, that kind of iconography. You know, and a lot of them are sort of Christmassy, so that just doesn't fit for me. But there was one mermaid, and it was small. It's like 100 by 100. So, excuse me. So, and it was cute. It was a really cute mermaid. What did I do with it? So, I couldn't print out a color picture, but let me see if I hold this back. So this was a 2017 mermaid that was charted for the Australian Mirabilia retreat. And I just thought she was really cute. And you know, I get into mermaids like a couple times a year. I'm like into mermaids, and I'm doing a big mermaid that I'm going to start, my Bella Filipina mermaid, in August, and I have my Shannon Christine mermaids that will probably come out in August. But why not start another little mermaid in the meantime? So I printed this out because, again, it was a free chart. Who doesn't love a free chart? And I came home and I just pulled everything from stash. So I kind of like doing that, occasionally just doing kind of like a stitch from stash and just going through my fabrics. And I decided to, I was sitting here and I had my little bag of silk, and I'm like, I'll do it all in silk. And of course I'm changing colors because I always do that, and that's how I do. And there's like all these pearl beaded necklaces, and I have a bunch of different beads, so I'm just gonna go through and see what beads I have to use. I changed, like the bodice was like a silver krynic, and I pulled like this purple krynic to use, which is kind of like really like opal-y. What was it called? No, it doesn't have a name. It's 012L, but it's really like really opal-y. And then I pulled 3 hair colors, I pulled 3 skin colors, and then the tail was done in like kind of like teals and very oceany teals and like a foresty pine green and stuff. But instead I pulled these purples. So I think I'm going to do the main part of it with this one, and then these other colors coordinate. So, and then I went and I had a very small, this 8 by 13 piece of Picture This Plus Aida that I buy these occasionally when they're on sale. Partly I get them to look at colors. Although it has made me realize that I don't love Picture This Plus Aida. It is, you know, people talk about how soft it is and everything, but to me it's a little too soft, which makes it a little bit hard to stitch on. It doesn't tighten up in the hoop really well, but this is perfect size, perfect color. This is, okay, gotta find the sticker that I took off the piece of fabric and stuck on the piece of paper to tell you what it is. I think it might be Tempest. am right. It is Tempest from Picture This Plus. So that is my start. So of course, completely different colors that are in the picture. I kind of decided to use this pink base color with a couple browns for the hair, and then the skin. The skin is charted skin color. I have this thing about doing like mermaids and witches and other mythological type creatures with human looking skin. I don't totally love it. I know a lot of people are doing skin conversions now to diversify and make skin darker and stuff like that, which I think is great. For me, when I'm doing mermaids and witches and stuff, I tend to want to completely change the skin and make it green or blue or purple or lavender or gray. And in this case, I thought she would have gray skin. So that's what I'm doing. And so she's gonna have like kind of a purpley teal tail. I just used a dark purple for the back stitching instead on her face. And yeah, I really kind of like the way she's turning out. Her head looks a little weird right now, but that's gonna be all beaded and crowny. So yeah, I think she's looking really pretty. And this is the Kreinik in her bodice there. And all of those lines that you see, that's because it's going to be the tons of necklaces. So I think I'm going to work on this again today. Maybe get it finished, just because I'm really anxious to do that. And this didn't take that long. I started it Friday night late, and I worked on it yesterday a little bit after I was doing my work and stuff. So I got a lot done for not stitching on it for that much time. So maybe I'll get that done today. And then I have to think of something interesting to do with it. I was thinking like I would like to get like a glass cylindrical vase, just like a column, and like somehow mount it around it. I think that would look really pretty, but we'll see. Okay, so whips this week. 3, 4, 5. I had 5 things I worked on. A couple of them were just kind of like I touched it. I worked on my project, my Always My Mother project that I'm doing as a tribute to my mama. And I've shown you guys this before. I'm changing the rose to a purple rose, and I'm going to change the words to say Always My Mother, Forever in My Heart. And as I said before, when I pull this out to stitch on it, I don't stitch on it for very long. I do 1 or 2 threads. I think about my mom while I'm doing it, and that's enough. I don't want to like overload on this project. I just wanted to put in a few stitches very neatly and just take my time on this project. I don't know why. That's just how I'm feeling about this one, and I'm enjoying it as much as I can enjoy something that I'm doing because my mom passed away. And I think it's looking good. It's weird. This is such a weird pattern. Honestly, I've been stitching for 2 years now, which I realize is not that long of a amount of time in FlossTube world, but I've never come across a pattern that has so many partial stitches and just stitches that cross the line. Straddle stitches, I think they're called, and then half stitches and long half stitches, and it's weird. And I know it's done to create this depth, but it's weird, and I guess there's nothing else to say about it. I'm doing this all in silk on a Lugana Splash. I think it's a 28 count. So I like the fabric. I like the way it feels, and I like the way it stitches. So I'm gonna have a ton left of this particular piece because the actual Always My Mother piece is not that big. Okay. I worked on Leela's Studio All Hallows Eve just a little bit. I pulled it out after I was done stitching other stuff because I just wasn't ready to stop stitching yet. I was doing this in May with Amy Springlestein Stitches. What was our hashtag at that time was All Hallows Eve in May. And I started because, you know, May was my cat mania. I just think it's such a cute pattern. And Amy is at StitchCon, so I hope you're having a great time, Amy. And there we go. So I started basically on the little flag thing, and I brought the border down a little bit farther. Didn't do a ton. This is on a piece of Aida that I was gifted by Cindy Pope, I think. And she sent me a big old care package of all these like wonderful fabrics, and this piece was in there, and it screamed to me like, oh, that needs to be used for All Hallows Eve. And then there's another piece that is similar, but it has a lavender base, but it's kind of got that similar grungy look that I think is what I'm going to use when I do the Autumn Time, Leela's Studio Autumn Time, which kind of I think is a companion piece because it's the same girl and the same cat, but she's not dressed as a witch. She's wearing like plaid skirt and a little beret, and the cat is sitting in a wagon, I think, and there's a pumpkin. So anyway, when I do that one, I think I'm going to use that lavender. What's this one? Oh, Night Walk Down. So this was my Black Cat birthday Sal piece that I started in 2020. It's gonna go through 2021, maybe into 2022, probably into 2022. I'm being realistic here. The blue flower. This is done on a lavender opal linen that I dyed myself. And I've said it a billion times, linen is not my favorite to stitch on. So when I pull this down, I pull this out to stitch on it. Not that it's a struggle, it's just, you know, I have to be in the mood, and you know, and then I'll get into it and I'll stitch on it for a couple hours and really love it. But yeah, it definitely, I have to be in the mood, not have any kind of headache or anything like that. So what did I work on? I worked on this flower and some more on the border. So I brought the black of the border over. Yeah, that gives you a better idea of the color, but so this is going to be so gorgeous when it's done. It's just going to take me a while to do because honestly, I don't love the fabric, and I should have, I hemmed and hawed before I did it. And the linen issue was the issue that I was hemming and hawing about. But I loved the color so much, and the fact that it was on an opal, that I had to give in. I'm glad I did, because I'm glad that I have the experience of stitching on this linen to know really how I feel about linen. It's not like I can't do it. It's just, I don't enjoy it as much. The even weaves, even Aida, the even weaves are just so much smoother and easier, and I just like it better. So I have some more of the the white sparkly linen to dye, you know, for a project. And I was thinking about doing my mermaid, but no, I'm gonna be doing my mermaid on either this, which is a Lugana that I need to dye, or I'm gonna find a fabric. And I'm not gonna do a big project like that on the linen. I think I need to stick to smaller projects on the linen, just because when it's a big project like that, it's too hard to motivate myself to stitch on it because it's just not my favorite. Okay, so 2 more projects. I worked on Violet Nosegay, which is a counted canvas piece by From Nancy's Needle. As I've said before, counted canvas is really fun to do. I really encourage anybody who is a stitcher to try at least one counted canvas piece, see if you like it. Okay, I got threads hanging everywhere because I think cutting off threads, finishing threads is my least favorite thing. So when I'm doing a piece like this, I will kind of just park the thread until I need it again. As you can see, I got the square, the inner square done, and now I'm starting on the violet border. But fun to do and gorgeous. I mean, honestly, the pattern's great. I'm not gonna like say my stitching is wonderful. My stitching is average, but the pattern is great. The fibers that are used, again, it's a little bit different than just plain old cross stitch fiber in silk or cotton. It uses all the different things that when I first started stitching, I would see, you know, pearl cotton, and I would see the watercolors. I think, like, what do you use those for? Well, you use them for projects like this. So in this project, this is the weight, and this light blue are pearl cotton. The dark blue and this purple, I think, are pearl cottons. Yeah, the light purple and the green, the lighter green, those are watercolors. So they're variegated. And then there is a Rainbow Gallery Sparkle gold color. Right now there's only four little Smyrna crosses, but they'll be all through here because it's the center of the violets. These are Smyrna crosses. Oh, sorry. And the rest of the project is pretty much goblin or goblin stitch. So they're really easy to do. It's just, you know, needle and thread. It's just a different way of manipulating it, and they're great. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, I worked on Lavender Roses by Carrie Hawks. This was my very first Aida that I started just about 2 years ago now. So I think it just passed its 2nd birthday. Time to get it done, right? I went total gangbusters on this when I first started it, but of course I didn't have very many projects then, and now I have like 35. So it doesn't get as much love, but I feel like I'm so close to finishing it that I want to give it a little bit more attention. And this week I finished a diagonal. So hold on, let me kind of move my parked threads out of the way here. Because you don't need to see the cactus cat in the middle of the piece. Okay, there we go. So finished the diagonal down to there, and actually started another one at the top. Every time I pull this out, I get so many comments on it because it's gorgeous, and yeah, I love it. So let's see, looking at the picture, this side, it's basically the eye down to right around here, and then we're just gonna get into the roses. So this whole like cheeky area is roses on this side. So I think on the next diagonal I will pretty much, I don't know if I'll finish the eye, but I'll get close to finishing the eye. And I think the nose will be finished on the next diagonal. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I mean, originally I thought I would make it into a pillow. It probably still will be a pillow because I think it would be a nice pillow, actually. I don't know. I have so many pillows, and in reality, pillows end up like on the floor a lot, but that's okay. That's how it is. Okay. That is it as far as my whips for the week. This coming week, I'm going to continue to work on the same ones. I mean, I'm in my kind of purple passion project, which when I started that mermaid, it fits because the tail's still purple. So yeah, so I think I'm going to work on the mermaid today, and then, I don't know, maybe I'll work on lavender roses some today. I always talk about these big plans we're working on Sunday, and what ends up happening is I spend a lot of my day trying to upload my video, and then I don't always get a lot of stitching done. I reorganize my craft area every week because I tear it all apart to do a video, and then I kind of put it all back together, and I don't end up doing a lot of stitching on Sundays sometimes, but I feel like I did kind of a lot of, like, a big project around my apartment yesterday, so today I feel justified in kind of being a little bit of a sloth. I'm taking a little nap this afternoon and stitching. So, yeah. So, I definitely going to work on the mermaid and maybe lavender roses. See if I can get another big chunk of diagonal in. I don't have any haul this week either. I did put in 2 small orders this week. I did a small order at 123 Stitch for 2 of the, shoot, what is the country stitch? I don't know, but they're the quilt with the black cats on them, and there's a monthly series, but I got 2 of them. I got the July and the August ones because I liked both of them and they were on sale. Because I want to do, I think I want to do one of those for my black cat birthday sale this year. I really thought that I wanted to do something smaller, and I kind of do on one hand, but on the other hand, I kind of like those too, and I think that would be a good plan. I also kind of want to do them on a 20 count with Sulky. I have a whole box of, this is my box of Sulky. I have a box of Sulky. I have a box of Sulky that I ordered a couple different sets, and so far I have 2 projects that I'm using Sulky with, and they're both, you know, one blendables and then an accent color or 2 accent colors, and I really kind of want to do like a regular project, you know, with regular colors using Sulky because I haven't done that yet. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think these quilt things are a good way to do that because I think I'll have to get a black Sulky unless I decide to do the cat not in black, because they're, you know, they're multicolored with, like, they're kind of like floral. I know the August one I think is like sunflowers, and then the July one, I don't know, it's I don't know if it's tulips or something, I don't know, but they're both really pretty, so I have to figure out which one I want to do actually for my birthday, and then I think I'm gonna do them on 20 count with Sulky. And then I also put in an order from an Etsy shop for the Primitive Hairs Black Pearl. I saw that chart, I saw it on somebody's FlossTube video like months and months and months ago, and I just really liked it. And I saw it again a week or so ago on somebody else's FlossTube or on something. I saw it, and again, really liked it. I went and looked for it and realized it's not out of print, but it's just like nobody has it anymore. Like, it's not at the main, you know, the big shop. So I went on Etsy, and it was on eBay, and then in a used copy that was in an auction, and then I went on Etsy and it was in one shop. So I went ahead and bought it because I really like it. It stayed in my head. I'm a little bit in mermaid mode right now. Why am I taking off my glasses? I feel like my eye is, do I have crossed eyes today? I don't know. I do have crossed eyes. Well, I was born with crossed eyes, so sometimes I notice in like photos or on videos my eyes look a little bit crossed to me. I went through a whole thing when I was a little kid of wearing patches on my eyes to straighten that out, but I think when I'm tired, I get that vague cross-eyed look. Anyway, I thought, since I had this chart, this Black Pearl chart in my head for a while, that I might as well go ahead and order it, because I obviously really like it, and it's gonna get harder to get, I think. So I probably will change colors and stuff, because I don't really love the primitive look, even though it's from a company that does all primitive stuff. But I just really like the chart, so I might brighten it up a little bit. It's for those of you who don't know, it's like a mermaid on a swing, so it's like the back view, and she's like turning her head. Anyway, I'll probably have it next week, and I'll show it to you. But yeah, that I don't have any haul. The other thing I ordered this past week, which I kind of will be sharing with you guys, excuse me. So you know I'm going on vacation, gosh, in what, 3 weeks now? I'm going to Vegas with my family. Last time we went on our little turnaround weekend that I vlogged for you guys, I brought cotton candy to do a tasting with the kids, and it was a big hit. It was really fun, and I had said that I was gonna get more to go to Vegas, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, kind of like been there, done that. Everybody liked it, but you know, how much cotton candy are you gonna eat, right? So I thought, well, let me try and think of something else. And also, getting like 12 things of cotton candy when they're this big, it like takes a big bag, and we're going for a week, so we're gonna have a little bit more luggage, and you know, all 5, 6 of us shoved into one car, you know, with all of our luggage. I thought, well, smaller, packable tasting might be better. So what I decided to do was a Jelly Belly tasting. So I went onto the Jelly Belly website, and they have like 50 official flavors, but you can get like a gift box. You can get a gift box of 50, but it was sold out. So I got a gift box of 40 of the flavors. Then I got 2 small bags. They have, you know, specialty things. They had like a Cold Stone bag. So there's 5 flavors in a little bag. I figure because, you know, they're easy to separate out when it's like a small amount like that. So I got Cold Stone, and then they also had Dunkin' Donuts, I think. Or no, Krispy Kreme. I don't know, one of the donut shops. There's 5 flavors of that. So we have 50 flavors of jelly beans to try while we're on vacation. I don't know if my brother and sister-in-law are going to want to do that with us. They are both trying really hard to be healthy eaters right now. I should be following in their footsteps. I am a little bit, but I tend to fall off the wagon pretty easily. But anyway, if they're not interested in doing it, they are having a date night while we're in Vegas, and I'm going to be doing the cool babysitting night kind of thing. And I thought, hey, maybe we'll do a tasting then. And I will film at least part of it for you guys to see. So yeah, that should be fun. You know, Jelly Bellies are great, right? And I also think it's fun. So they used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to come with like recipe cards. So like you'd eat a chocolate pudding and a banana and, you know, a strawberry and a this, and you eat them all at the same time, and it's a banana split, you know, so that kind of thing. I always think that's fun. So maybe we'll try a couple of those with the kids, and I will be vlogging my vacation a little bit, just like I did last time when I can remember to pull out my camera and talk to you guys. We'll be trying that again, and so I'll be sharing that little adventure with you guys. But that's it for now. I hope you guys have a great week. If you are at convention or going to convention again, have a great time. I hope to hear all about it in everybody's like FlossTube videos. And if you are not going to convention like me, I hope you have a great week just being at home, just doing your regular work. And you have a fun, relaxing, stitchy week. So until I see you guys again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Karla. Bye, everybody.